So as pretty much everybody knows by now, the 30th anniversary of Pokemon as a whole is coming up pretty soon. We've had a ton of things to commemorate past anniversaries, such as Chonkichu, which they are remaking this year. This is currently Japan only. It's not this exact one, but it's very similar. So we're getting the Chonkichu back outside of G-Max Pikachu. We've had plushies like this guy. This was for the 20th or 25th or 20th. I want to say this was the 20th, because this was what they did for the 25th. It's the Gaur starters. I think maybe there's an Eevee. Does it say on here? Yeah. So we've had silver Pikachus, we've had gold Pikachus. We also had for the 20th monthly things, including this guy. They did one of these for Pikachu and every current mythical up to that point. These were about 2016, 2017-ish. I don't know how well that's going to pick it up, but there's the copyright info if you want to read it. This is a sealed one. The Pikachu is still attached to the cardboard in the back. It's got the 20th logo on it. There's that side, bottom, back, top. The Mew had a Pokeball with it. There was a Mew, a Jirachi, a Celebi, Keldeo, Meloetta, etc., etc. This is the only one of these I have, but that's not this video. This video is going to be kicking off the 30th anniversary by going back in time, also to 2016, but for a different reason. Alongside those plushies, there were also mythical collection boxes with a special set called Generations inside of them. This set was a reprint of a lot of X and Y things, but it was to commemorate the 20th anniversary of Pokemon. And we had boxes like this. If you do not know, this is the Meloetta Mythical Collection box. There was one for every mythical, just like with the plushies. I found this one at Kmart back when those still existed, way after its launch. Every month there was a new one of this box. There were UPCs, which, other way. You can kind of see if I move the microphone. It's this little, the red and white box back there. There was a Charizard box, a Venusaur box, and a Blastoise box with a figure. I got the Charizard one. I never got the other two. There was also a Pikachu box. That'll come into play later, because this video, after so many years, it is 2026 at the time of recording this. This set came out in 2016. As you can see, there's the back of this. These boxes are all the same. The only difference is the pin and the promo. Obviously, it's for each respective one. But after almost 10 years, I have finally completed the Generations set, which is what we're going to be diving into today. I've got this little stack right here, which is all the promos, minus one. And then we've also got this stack, which is every single card in set order. And today, we're going to be doing my first official binder, because I have this right here, and we're going to be putting these cards into this binder. I'm going to switch back here so you can see this better. It's got a couple, this is a 2014 binder. I picked it up at Best Buy the other day. So it's got a lot of Unova stuff on it, like Axew, Clank, etc. But so that's what the types. There we go. Just toss that over there. There we go. So here's a better look at the binder. On the side, it's just got the type symbols. There's no stellar type because that didn't exist yet. There's our cardboard at. There we go. There's usually one back there and back here. Alright. So now we're going to switch back to this camera to do that. Back that up just ever so slightly. There, that'll hold that down. Alright, switching over. There we go. So card number 1 in Generations is the Mega Venusaur EX. So, there we go. Put that right there. If you're wondering what the last card I needed for this set was, it was Chikorita from the Radiant Collection. Nope, this way. Okay. There's our Caterpie. This is going to be a little longer of a video because I've never done this kind of thing before. This is something you want to see more of, let me know down in the comments. So there's our first page. Well, our first 3. This was XY era, so we are looking at the yellow borders. The Butterfree Holo. There's a lot of Kanto in this set, but it wasn't like Evolutions or any of the Fate sets or things like that. I used Pokelector to track everything, including my McDonald's and whatnot. Which, I'll do a video on all that at some point. There's a lot. Fix that. This was the last EX card I needed from the set. This Leafeon. It was this and the Jolteon. No, not Jolteon. Wait, no, yes it was. It was Jolteon. So there's our first page. I did do the math ahead of time. This binder does have enough pages for this. We got one of the many Charizards in this set. Guess who doesn't love a Charizard? Right behind it, we got the Megazard X. The Gengar was the last holo I needed. I kept finding the Phantom Forces one everywhere. I got every single Mythical Collection box, as you'll see later on. Like I said, I did not get the Venusaur, Blastoise, and Charizard boxes because I couldn't find... No, not the Charizard, the Pikachu. I have the Charizard. I have the Charizard. I have a ton of that figure, actually. Because back around this time, Target had third-party products called the... what were those things called? But anyway, they were basically... You had a random... It was like a EX figure cube or something like that. And the Charizard figure from those boxes was in those a lot. I've been working on this set, like I said, since it came out. I don't know if I'll do this for every set. I'm not going to do a master set at the moment. Right now I'm just going for basically just what I have right now. Anything else will be a later project if it happens. And I'm not doing this for the Scarlet Violet era because I don't really care much about those. Couple things here and there, but nothing crazy. Nothing crazy at all. Now we move on to the only technical exception in this binder. The Articuno. I had the English one at some point. I don't know where it is, but I found the Japanese one also somewhere in the collection when I began sorting all this stuff. So I'm counting this as the English one because it's the same card. If I find the English one, I'll replace it at some point. I know I have it somewhere in all the bulk over there. But for now, that one's going in there. There's the Pikachu, which I believe this is a McDonald's Pikachu as well as in one of the McDonald's sets. I'm not too sure though. That Raichu is a holo in like everything. The Jolteon, that was the second to last card I needed. And to go with the Articuno, here is the Zapdos. Come on, there we go. That's a nice card. So much better than the 151 version, in my opinion. There's the set symbol for Generations, by the way. Forgot to mention that earlier. There's that. Now there's a version of this Slowpoke. It's the same card. However, there's a 20th logo right here. If anyone knows what that card is from, let me know down in the comments. I've tried looking it up. I can't find anything on it, aside from it being a Europe thing. So if anyone knows what that... Oh. If anyone knows what that Slowpoke is from, let me know. Just because I'm curious. So I'm going to get all of these put, and we'll cut back when it's done. Alright, we are back. I did raise up my height a little bit here, so hopefully that helps. So now we're getting into the energies and the fun stuff. So if you do not know, the energies in this set are numbered, which therefore means they do count for the set. Usually, especially nowadays, that's not the case unless it's a secret rare one. However, this set counts them. And since this was X and Y, there is fairy energy in this set. One of the last sets to have it. We also had reverse energies. This was also a special set, so there are no booster boxes for it officially. There were some fake ones back in the day, but... Oh, that's right. There we go. And fairy energy. So now we get to the fun stuff. The Radiant Collection. This is the second set to have a Radiant Collection, the first being Black and White Legendary Treasures. And this card right here was the last card I needed for the set. So it's only natural that kicks off our Radiant Collection. Shrink this a little bit, there we go. Next up we got a Shroomish, just this way. And we got one of the coolest non-ultra rare Charmander line artworks ever. Because they both grow up together. And there's the Charizard. Just like with Legendary Treasures, they do have special texturing and stuff on these cards. We also, this is where the rest of the evolutions are. There's our Snorunt. Here's the Frostlass. There you go, now you can see it. Raichu, Sleeping Dedenne. One of the really nice cards from this set. Got a Wobbuffet up there. There we go. Got a Gulpin, probably the only time you'll see Gulpin in a special collection. There's no Swalot, but we got Jirachi. Got Esper. Got the Meowstic with the keys on it. We got an Yveltal. That's a cool one. Baby. Floette with the flower. Which, fun fact, as of the current moment, there still has not been a card for AZ Floette. or Eternal Flower, whatever you want to call it. It's called both. Slurpuff going in right there. The Slurpuff's right there. Into a lot of people's favorite card, the Sylveon EX. Got a Diancie. Charles Schwab. Now that's an old joke from back in the day. Altaria. Fledgling. And some trainers. You got the Wally. Now we get into the fun stack. The Radiant Collection Secret Rares. The Pikachu. The Full Art Gardevoir EX with the whole line on it. Its really expensive cousin. Which I got this from one of those collection boxes that you saw earlier. I think that was the Jirachi one. Which I do have video openings of those boxes up on the channel. They're in the old videos playlist. So if you're curious to see what those other boxes looked like, including the one I have sealed over here, feel free to go check those out. We got the Sylveon Full Art. And that ends the Radiant Collection. So now we get into stack number 2. These are all the promos, -1. We have the Ultra Premium Collection Mew EX. And the Mewtwo. There we go. We have the Charizard from the figure boxes that I was talking about. There's a Venusaur and a Charizard, or Venusaur, Blastoise, and Pikachu. I do not have those. We have the alternate Full Art Jolteon from the Mega Powers box. Which that was the Generations Jolteon, so that counts for this. And now we get into the collection box promos. This is the Mew one. Once again, these are released every month throughout the whole year. The Celebi from February. Or January 1. You get the point. You got the Jirachi. The Darkrai. The beautiful Manaphy. One of the Shaman promos. That was the box one from the collection. We've got the Arceus. We got the Victini, which puts the Black Bolt White Flare one to shame, in my opinion. Although that is a really nice artwork. The Keldeo. The almost breakdancing Genesect. And then the one that you saw earlier, a non-sealed Meloetta. Oh, I wondered where this guy went. I've also got the Venusaur. I'll put that back in afterwards. That got separated from the pile. That goes right here. So we got the Venusaurs. So this is the entire set for Generations, released back in 2016. Been working on this one for years, literally. There is a Toys R Us variant for this Meowth and this Clefairy. These both have Toys R Us stamps on them. How'd that get moved? There. Alright. Got our energies, our reverses, the trainers, and the Radiant collection, including the promos. Let's switch back to that. So that is the set. I'm going to cut away for a sec because there is technically one more card that I have that I'm not including in this because it's elsewhere in my collection. So I'm going to make a quick cut here. Grab that and we'll be right back. Alright folks, we are back. And that other card was this. Let me switch it up here. If you do not know what this card is, this Shaman EX was the promo card that came with the Generations Elite Trainer box. This is a sealed one, and I keep it with my sealed promos. That is the only card for Generations that I have that is not with the Generations set. I have every other promo in here, as you've seen. I've got every other card. I just keep this with my sealed promos because I got it sealed. I got this for like $5 or $10 or something from Ball Game Heroes a while ago. Which, if you're in the area where I live and you have not been there, go check them out. They're great. Great selection, a lot of great bulk from various eras. They've got graded stuff, they get sealed stuff, new and old, etc., etc. Go check them out. They're in Jamestown, easy enough to find. I go there quite a bit when I'm not doing stuff, but yeah. That is every single card from the Generations set, and with most of the promos. Like I said, I'm still looking for the Pikachu promo, the Venusaur promo, and the Blastoise promo that do not cost an arm and a leg. Whenever that happens, I'll include them in here as accordingly. Let me know if you enjoyed this video, if you want to see more stuff like this in the future, because there is another set that I am working on and will be doing this for when I finish it. You can see various pieces of that pretty much all over the background. Most of it's over here on the rotating shelf, which you can't see, but we are making some incredible headway on that. I'll give you a hint, it is one of those food chain toy set things. I'm not going to say what specific place because that'd be too much of a giveaway. But I'm working on that in time. That'll come eventually. And when I do finish that, I will be putting it in a binder just like this. I kind of have one already started just to kind of keep track of everything anyhow. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like on it. Subscribe if you're new around here for more content like this, especially with the 30th anniversary coming up. There's a lot of stuff for that. We've got Pokemon Day on the 27th. We got the Lego stuff coming out soonish. We'll have Gen 10 reveal soonish, etc., etc. We know there's going to be another McDonald's set. We know there's going to be some new figures and things printed. We know this guy's coming back, so I'm probably going to try to get my hands on that to do a comparison video between this one and the new version. So yeah, a lot of great stuff coming up. Stay tuned for, I don't know, I'm recording it after this one, so it might not be up yet, but I will have another video coming up soon, going over some projects I've been working on behind the scenes. That should be going up sometime within this year, hopefully. Some exciting stuff there. You can kind of see with the shelving up here, I'm redoing the layout back in here, so stay tuned for a video on that. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time.